Good day, traders. This is Rich with some price action on the market. It's currently 4:07 p.m., April 19th, 2021. Markets were down. I was on very little sleep, and I actually fell asleep at my desk today. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like the video, share the video, and comment on the video. I'm going to make this pretty quick. Even though I had some trades today, nothing really set up. I had a long weekend. I was up till 2, 3 in the morning, both Saturday night and last night. And I'm coming in trying to trade. I knew I wasn't going to try to force anything. And, I'm glad I didn't. I mean, I got into some shares, but I was down a little bit. I never got to break even, and I was able to fight back at the end of the day, and I'll get into that in a second here. You can see the SPY just dropping off all day long, just a slow grind. News flow was slow, and if it did kick in, it wasn't very good, except for the Altria, or whatever it's called, Altria on the cigarettes news. Banning, or not banning, but reducing the amount of nicotine in cigarettes, which affected MO. CLOV, I think I was still asleep during this trade, and I forced it on this entry here early on in like a 2-minute candle, and I didn't give it the secondary move through 10 here, and it ripped up to 10.57. And I went pretty heavy on it. I don't know why I was thinking. It just kind of, you could see the wick here. It just kind of pulled me down and took me out for 349, which kind of sucked. Other than that, I think I traded pretty well. CLNE was another one. It was an early gapper, and I thought I was going to get through 14 here, and it failed and it pulled back. But I was only for so many shares and only lost $74 on that trade. So I'll take it, but it ended up going from 14 down to 11.50 at the end of the day. So it dropped off pretty good. Disney, I think I really screwed up on a news play. I thought I heard something on one squawk, and then I heard something else, and then kind of failed to react properly, and I just took a loss on it. Same thing with Playboy, and same thing with iHeart. It was just bad execution on my part, but just no follow through as well. There was some Microsoft news. I got a little piece of it, and that was it. The Go-Go news, I got a little piece on a news play. GME, I was just one candle too soon. Only got $37 out of it. Amazon, which is something I don't really trade, but I heard something, and I jumped on a trade this morning. Pretty much a pullback, kick up scenario, and I made a few bucks on that, but on 25 shares, so I made like 2 points on Amazon, but I was only in for 25 shares. I don't trade options, so it's hard for me to get a lot of shares on a $3,400 stock. Facebook was another news play. I took Facebook when Spotify kind of announced something here, and Spotify was the play. I could have gone in for maybe 100 shares. I know Spotify can get really spready and tough to trade. It has 50-80 cent spread sometimes, and I knew if I jumped in on Spotify, I would get beat up pretty good on a liquidation / slippage perspective. Even though it ran up like 8 points or 7 points, I decided to go with Facebook, and Facebook didn't move that much, but it did move up enough for me to get my piece, my $48. MO was a news play on the short side, but I took a bounce here back through 50, and I made a little bit of money on that. FSLR was probably my best trade, solo trade, kind of like the breakthrough 84, I believe. And it was actually down here. It was to the 82.50 early on, and I got a nice little move up on that one, and then eventually pulled back and stopped me out on this candle, and so forth. AMBO, I was actually my strongest trade, and then I tried to trade it again. I lost half of it. I think it was up like 240 on this trade. Took the move back through like 280 or something like that. I wanted to, and then I tried to take it through 3 here, and it kind of failed on me. And then I gave that back. And then it's just whatever. It is what it is. And then Tesla, a couple times today I traded it, looking for bounces and moving above certain moving averages and things like that. And I took this end of the day move, which I'm really starting to follow because it seems like a lot of actions in the last 5 minutes. And if you see a stock get going, especially after like 3 candles down like Tesla did. I took the break of this candle and I ran it up, sold half my lot, and then ran up the rest until the close, and I actually made some pretty good money on Tesla. So at the end of the day, down $42. It was a long weekend. I was an extra in a movie, and I did a lot of screaming. I mean, I was in a fight scene, and we were like in a boxing style, and I was in the background like screaming and going nuts and yelling and all this other stuff. And it was just a long night, but it was a cool experience being an extra in a movie. And we'll see if it ever comes out. I don't know what's the plan on that, but it's definitely months away in post-production and things like that. So I figured I'd share that with you guys. You guys hopefully are trading well, keeping it safe. We got all week. Let's just see what happens. Let's not force anything. I think the market's, is very, very top heavy. All the big names we were trading in 2020 are getting pummeled, and there's no need to be, even though SPY finally had like, a down day here. I think back to 400 is where it needs to go until we can kind of move back up a little bit. If it goes through here, we'll be grinding higher and higher and dealing with this. I think you just got to be careful and pick your spots. But there are trades out there. We just got to be a little bit more patient and sit on our hands. And that's why, even though I traded a lot today, again, it was this one. It was this one of $300 today. So I felt like I did pretty well. But this trade was so bad. And that's going to kill you every time you have one bad trade and you have all, some good ones and then some bad ones that you're able to get out with some minimal losses. Stuff happens. So anyway, close out the video. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, like the video, share the video, and comment. And I will be back tomorrow. Have a good night.